When it all seemed to be over, one unexpected thing happened. The concert video went viral again. Not because of new evidence, but rather because algorithms are lifting old content and the public is again dragged into the same maelstrom. Collision. What triggered the new wave? Video of the concert reappeared on FYP. New edit brings together old clips plus dramatic narration. Sensational title makes it feel like the latest update. Backhand index pointing right. In fact, it's the same recording. But the effect is amazing, as if the story starts again from scratch. The story of the old rising. As soon as the video rises again, the old pattern immediately repeats itself. Backhand index pointing right. Name recalled. The name is entered. Theories that once had time to subside are now appearing again, even with bolder versions. This is the evidence that was missed yesterday. This angle is clearer. Now look who he is. Collision. Even though there are no changes to the video, the facts remain the same. Amid this furor, one important thing has not changed. Heavy checkmark. There is no definite identity of the figure beside Moon Jae-young. Heavy checkmark. No confirmation that Eun-woo. Heavy checkmark. There is no evidence that Doyoung. Heavy checkmark. No official statement from any party. Backhand index pointing right. Meaning, what changes is only the way the story is presented, not the content. Brain. Why does it feel more convincing? Neater edits. More dramatic narrative. And the viewing public has not followed the previous phase. Backhand index pointing right to a new audience. This looks like a new case, when in fact it's just an old repetition. Bomb. New phenomenon, algorithm amplification. This is a condition where old content repolished. The algorithm is reiterated. The new public consider it the latest fact. Collision. And the cycle repeats itself. Fire. Reality versus viral. Reality. One video. One moment. Without clear identity. Crossmark. Viral. Many versions. A lot of extra evidence. The story noticeably develops. Backhand index pointing right. Whereas the core facts have not changed at all. The most remarkable conclusion. Backhand index pointing right. This is not the case development. Backhand index pointing right. This is a revival of an old story. Collision. Where the old is packed new and trusted again. It's the warmest ending. The age of algorithms. Backhand index pointing right. Stories don't need to be true to go back viral. Just be reminded again, and it will come back to life. Breaking advanced context collision phase. The new wave is no longer just replaying old videos, but combining different contexts into one whole story. This is what is now called context collision, pieces of moments from unequal times, places, and situations, put together as if they were related. Moon Jae-young's name is back in the center. All concert videos are paired with other pieces of content, then given a narrative that ties it all together. In the same package, the old issue of Cha Eun-woo is also brought up, while Kim Doyoung is again included as an identity option figure on the side. The problem is not in a single claim, but rather in the way it is constructed. Clip A. Concert. Narrative C. Interpretation. All three are put together so that it looks like one neat chronology. For viewers who did not follow from the very beginning, the results seemed convincing. Defensible facts kept simple. Moon Jae-young's presence at a concert may be true. there is someone nearby. The identity of the person is not confirmed. There is no evidence linking directly to Cho Eun-woo, and there is no confirmation of Kim Doyoung's involvement in the moment. But in circulating content, this boundary is blurred because different contexts are treated as if they were a single event. At this stage, the public begins to split in a new way. It is no longer a question of who is that person, but of whether they believe the series of stories that have been compiled. Some accept because it looks complete, others begin to question because the sources are inconsistent. This phenomenon indicates an important shift. It is no longer a lack of information, but an excess of rearranged context. The most reasonable conclusion at the moment remains the same: the video is not enough to confirm the identity of anyone beside Moon Jae-young. The narrative linking to Cho Eun-woo or Kim Doyoung is born from the merging of pieces that do not come from one and the same incident. Cover. What makes a story feel real is not just the images, but the way the images are given context. When the context is rearranged, the meaning can change, even if it doesn't. Continued source divergence phase. After context collision, the situation moves to a more complex stage, the split of information sources. It is no longer one video that is disputed, but many conflicting versions of the source, and each of them claims to be the most correct. Moon Jae-young's name remains at the center, but now it is not just who is next to her that is contested, but the origin of the information itself. On the one hand, there are accounts that claim to have the original version of the concert video. On the other hand, a new edit appears that is called more lucid and is considered to reveal additional details. Some even include other pieces to reinforce the narrative that the figure is Cho Eun-woo or Kim Doyoung. The problem is, all of these sources derive from re-upload, and often already through the editing process. As a result, the public no longer argues about the content of the video, but chooses which sources to trust. This creates new conditions. One group believes version A. Other groups believe version B. And both feel they have strong evidence, even if it is pulled to the bottom. No major media have confirmed the identity of the figure. No statement from the agency. No really clear visual evidence. What changes is only the number of versions in circulation, not the quality of the evidence. This phenomenon reveals one important. As sources become fragmented, truth becomes increasingly difficult to achieve, not because it does not exist, but because it is clouded by competing versions. At this point, the public begins to face a choice. Follow the most up-to-date news, or go back to the most basic facts available. A conclusion that remains consistent: the video is not enough to confirm who the figure next to Moon Jae-young is. Claims pointing to Cho Eun-woo or Kim Doyoung are still at the level of speculation without confirmation. Cover. When too many sources appear without clarity, what is tested is no longer a fact.